What is about? There's something evolving. Whatever may come, the world keeps revolving. They say the next big thing is here, that the revolution's near. But to me it seems quite clear that it's all just a little bit of history repeating.
The Dardanelles in Turkey is a narrow stretch of sea twisting like a river into the Aegean from the Sea of Marmara. The line between Europe and Asia, crossroads of the world. Near the mouth of these narrows, the heroes of Homer's Troy fought for Helen, the most beautiful woman in the world. Alexander the Great and his army fought here. And in 1915, the armies of 3 empires gathered to fight another battle, here at the Dardanelles. There are coal miners from Durham, Welshmen from deep valleys, footballers from Dublin, and poets from Cambridge. There are Australian railway workers, Indians and Frenchmen, New Zealanders, farmers and Maori, from the far side of the world. And there are Turks who are defending their homeland and will never give in. The battle they fight here is born of intrigue in high places and ends in low slaughter. This battle accomplishes nothing. This battle is called Gallipoli. Assembled in the gullies below Chunuk-Bair are Irish, Welsh, English, Australian, Indians, and the men from New Zealand, including a battalion of Maori. Among them, Te Rangi Hirua, Peter Buck, a medical officer of the Maori battalion.
We could hear our men doing splendidly. Rattle of musketry, then silence, and the loud English cheer, followed by a Maori haka. Owing to the Maoris being distributed, the haka came from every ridge.
Lieutenant Colonel William Malone prepares to lead his men up Chunuk-Bair.
We have to wait on the Maori, clearing some hills and trenches over which we have to tackle the high ridge. We shall possibly mistake the Maoris for Turks. If it were not so serious, it would be laughable.
Like all little fellows, I sort of had an ambition to be an All Black, and to attain it was just amazing, and I've pinched myself ever since.
Brian Hall came in on the Thursday night and said you're making your debut on Saturday.
There I was, amongst it all, and from there on it all became a bit of a blurry world, really.
It was a great moment though, but you know, I couldn't believe it. Still can't.
As a 19-year-old Polynesian boy, I was pretty scared about it all, really.
Every day I pulled that black jersey on was a day of, you know, just happiness, really, because you know that the next one you might not be picked.
When you pulled it on, you had a feeling of pride. You wanted to do what you could for what it represented, and yes, it was something very, very special.
It was a relief to first wear it and become an All Black, and to me it was just everything.
Briscoe picks it up. Out to Arnold, to John Graham. He pivots, looking for support. It's there. Colin Mead tackled, but his great strength dragged him over the line for a wonderful try.
Beautifully back to Laidlaw. Nicely out to Davis. This is the centre playing a stand-up. Magnificent run by Davis. Can he get there? It's a try for Kirk.
Brian Williams going back, looking for space. And through and getting it. Great try. Brian Williams. Murray. Oh, magnificent! A great try in the corner for the All Black captain. Kirk, Fox, Jones, Kirk. Cullen up Wilson. Good chase here by Wilson. He's got the bounce. That's two for Wilson. Kelleher. Randall pops up. Here we go. Can he make it? You betcha. You betcha. Jonathan. As Devine feeds Spencer, rocket, no chance, straight through. He had too much pace, I think, should go all the way. What a great try. Fantastic.
In 1964, at the bidding of the United States, the New Zealand government sent soldiers to the front line of the Cold War in Southeast Asia. For 8 years, our men did tours of duty in the maelstrom they called the Vietnam War. It killed 37 of them and wounded 187 officially. But the Vietnam War affected millions more who've not been seen as war victims.
When I was a child, I never thought I'd have to be looked after as an adult. I didn't know there was anything wrong with me. I never saw that for myself. I thought I'd be a normal functioning citizen, but I'm not. I just feel like I'm in a constant black hole. I can't get out. Nothing ever seems to get better. My father says be positive, things might get better, but I know from experience that they don't.
When our soldiers returned, they were outcasts, strangers in a strange new world. And something in their service continued to haunt and kill them. They and their children have lived with a legacy that is silent, patient, and deadly. It has stalked them for over 30 years. By New Year's Day 1770, James Cook and the Endeavour had spent nearly 3 months charting the east coast of a strange new land, thinking perhaps it was the great southern continent they'd been sent to find. Now they'd reached the top of the country, Cook finally knew where he was. The Three Kings Islands were marked on a chart drawn aboard Abel Tasman's ship in 1642. The chart also showed a long, exposed western coast. Cook resolved to sail down and continue his voyage of discovery. And it's time for me to do the same. The northern tip of the country is a place of huge significance for New Zealanders and a major landfall for mariners. And it holds a deep spiritual meaning for Māori, a place where spirits depart, back to Hawaii. Even in good conditions, the chaos of the convergence of the Pacific and the Tasman is plain to see. It must have been hell out here for the Endeavour.
You can see here what's happening with the sea state, where they meet. It's just a turmoil. At the moment it's quite small, but it's really confused and messy. But out here, where they've rolled up on each other, this is quite extraordinary.
On New Year's Day, 1770, Cook and the Endeavour rounded Tasman's Cape Maria Van Diemen and headed south down the treacherous west coast of the North Island. I'm about to do the same. But for now, I think we've earned our own celebration. And so, with sincere apologies to Split Ends,
I couldn't believe the reaction of people when I stepped out of that stadium. There was people crying and hugging me and shaking my hand.
We've won a lot of titles with the Sevens team over the years, but the Commonwealth Games sits right at the top.
Standing on dice and hearing that anthem and seeing your flag in your own country, yeah, it's a big buzz.
It makes every hair on your head stand up and it makes you go weak in the knees.
And I think it's just something beyond measurable to see your own flag fly.
Well, the Commonwealth Games, just wonderful.
Join together.